So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Polar Bear Habitat here at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden. My name is Noah. I'm here with the Wild Encounters team here at the Cincinnati Zoo. It's basically my job to give you guys all the scientific information about these polar bears and possibly let you guys walk away with something you didn't know about the polar bears when you walked up to the cat today. So as you can see, we do have two of our polar bears out for you guys today. The lady who is currently walking back and forth, that lady's name is Anana. She is a 17-year-old adult female. She's getting pretty close to about 560 to pretty close to about 600 pounds.
Right there!
And you can see we do have another guy hanging out there in the pool. That guy's name is Little One. I know he has a contradictory name because he is the bigger one. He is a 27-year-old adult male. He weighs pretty close to about 800 pounds. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wow, that's actually a lot of polar bear. But believe it or not, that's pretty small for a polar bear. So polar bears typically range from about 1,000 to 1,500 pounds. Now the reason why these guys are so small is because we live right here in Cincinnati in the lower 48. So these guys don't need that 2 inch to 3 inch layer of blubber or fat to keep themselves insulated in the cold winter times. Now you guys might also be thinking to yourself, Noah, I thought polar bears were white. Why are these guys kind of yellow? You're right, your eyes aren't deceiving you. So the reason why these guys are yellow is also because we live down here in Cincinnati. So that yellow is actually the algae that's starting to grow on their fur from being in this warm, wet climate. Now the algae doesn't hurt or harm them in any way. It's just something that naturally happens since we live here in Ohio. And you can see Little One is also hanging out in this pool there, trying to stay nice, cool, calm, and relaxed. So polar bears love to swim. They swim up to about 65 miles in one single day. That's like swimming from here to Kings Island, doing a couple laps around the park, and then swimming all the way back. And that's just in one single day. Now the reason why we come out here today is so hopefully you guys can see something super cool that our keepers might have to join us with. It's something we like to do with almost all of our animals here at the zoo called opera conditioning or positive reinforcement. So we're going to ask our animals to perform an action. If they do it, they're rewarded with their favorite food or snack. If not, oh well, we just start over and try again. But we don't do it for a show or for stunts. We do it for our animals' sake, so they can perform the natural behaviors that they would in the wild right here at our zoos. So they have all the chances to basically live up to all the standards that they want. So within that opera conditioning and positive reinforcement, there's a thing called enrichment. So enrichment is basically a food or a toy-based substance to basically let our animals basically try to find a way to get to the food, or we might give it in different ways. So we can freeze some yogurt or some fish into some ice blocks, let the polar bears chew on that and try to get the fish out, or we can give them big plastic toys like some of the blue box or like the red bin or any of the balls that might be down at the bottom of the habitat. Like I said, we basically put the food in there and it just keeps their brain stimulated, keeps them active, gives them something to do. Now I have a question for you guys. How many penguins do you think a polar bear will eat in one single year? I'll take any guesses. 50, great guess. 100. Any other guesses? 0? Everyone who said 0, you're actually right. So that's right, polar bears do eat 0 penguins in one single year. That's because penguins are found in the South Pole and polar bears are found in the North Pole. That's also a fun fact because everyone loves their penguins. So what these guys actually do is a thing called still hunting. So these guys would swim out in the water that they love to swim on. They'll find a nice thick ice block and they'll wait for a little hole that they'll see there, and they'll sit there and they'll wait and they'll wait and then they'll wait some more for a seal to pop its head up, and then the polar bear will strike, and that's actually how they get their food. Now, unfortunately, they don't drink Coca-Cola like everyone thinks. But since we live here at the zoo, and they are carnivores, they have the great opportunity to get a wide variety of food that they wouldn't out here in the wild. So they can get some yogurt, some peanut butter, like I said, those fish, or they can just get the straight up meat. And these guys typically do like to enjoy that. Now, as you can see, we do have 2 polar bears here, so these guys are a breeding pair. So unfortunately, we haven't had any polar bear cubs here in the near future. But keep your fingers crossed so we can have some next year coming up here within the next couple of years. So when mom has her cubs, she actually has it at 1.5 pounds. That's like an average sized human having a baby that's about the size of an apple core. Now when mom has that baby, she'll keep that cub in the den for 8 months, and that's 8 months in total. So she needs to make sure that she has all the nutrients to keep herself healthy and the baby healthy as well. And after those 8 months have passed, she'll actually leave the den for the very first time and actually go explore the world. So if you guys didn't know, unfortunately the polar bear's climate is declining due to the burning of fossil fuels, the CO2 emission that is unfortunately surrounding our planet. We like to call that a blanket effect. The blanket effect, excuse me. So an easy way we can help our polar bears out there in the wild and actually put some money in your back pocket as well is actually with our thermostats. So if you compare your thermostat either up to or down to for one whole year, all those emissions can help save these guys out there in the wild. In the same way we can make a better home for wildlife for our polar bears, we can make a better home for wildlife right here in our very own backyard. Just by planting those pollinator-friendly plants those birdhouses, or even totem boats for your local wildlife to have a nice place to live without invading our own personal space. So unless our keepers are going to join us for some enrichment today, that is all I have for you guys today at our polar bear habitat. I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out and spending some time with me today. If you guys have any questions about our polar bears or just about the zoo in general, like I said, my name is Noah. I'm here with the Wild Encounters team here at the Cincinnati Zoo. I'll be hanging out for about 5 to 10 more minutes after any questions for you guys. Other than that, enjoy the rest of the day here at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden.